Adam McIntyre is calling out Ethan Klein's H3 employee Olivia for supporting Ethan and overlooking harmful behavior. He's also claiming that Olivia used his own story of being harmed by another influencer for clout. Now, for a backstory, here Adam and Olivia used to be friends, or at least friendly. Adam is a drama channel here on YouTube, and Olivia is Ethan Klein's employee who reports on her own little segments of drama for the show. There's been contention since Ethan and Adam fell out and started feuding, and Olivia has seemingly been stuck in the middle. Until now, with Adam making it clear he doesn't want her anywhere near his side.
That time defending Olivia publicly. I have spent that time putting myself out on the line for Olivia.
Now Adam starts the video off by making the claim that he's always had Olivia's back and has put himself at the forefront of fire to defend her, even upsetting his own fans at times for doing so. And I will say he is being honest here, as he has always caped for her and made it clear that he liked her, and she was stuck in a difficult position being an employee to what he considered a harmful boss.
We literally had an entire thing on this channel where we were like, free Olivia, free Olivia. We literally have always said, people will come into my chat.
Okay, well, here's where he went wrong. Olivia doesn't need to be free. She is willingly at a place of employment that she wants to be at. Nobody is holding her hostage. I guess this was Adam's way of trying to say she wasn't like the H3 crew, but she very much is a huge part of that crew and loves being part of it. So there was nothing to ever free her from. Unless you want to say they were trying to free her from her own choices.
And they will be like, Adam, I don't know how you can call dun dun dun, but not say about Olivia. And I will always find a way to defend Olivia in it. Like, even if me and Olivia hadn't have had a friendship.
Why is that though? Why would everyone be guilty except Olivia? That doesn't make any sense. If they're all in the same position that she's in, which she is, she willingly is working somewhere that she wants to work because she's a fan of it. So to brag about how he gave her special treatment and didn't hold her accountable for the things he held others accountable for just weakens his own credibility. Call out everybody or call out nobody.
I still would have been more sympathetic towards her because of the position that she's in, and I feel that she's outnumbered on the team.
But what is the position that she was in? And how is she outnumbered? She's exactly where she wants to be, with who she wants to be with. These are her friends and co-workers. I feel like a little too much projecting is going on here. Even if Olivia has opinions that differ from her boss and co-workers, they're clearly not important enough to her for her to leave the environment that she's in. The same thing Adam is going to get mad at her for is the same thing that he's defending her against here. He's saying she's in a predicament where she can't speak out, and that's why he defended her. So why now has that changed?
Always, always, always defended Olivia, right? And so, with Olivia, I've given so much grace. I don't understand you defending Olivia. See, this is what I'm talking about.
He doesn't explain why he gives her grace, though, and how that grace no longer extends to the same predicament she's in now if nothing has changed. It just seems like he was being biased before and not calling her out because he was cool with her. The same thing he's doing with Trisha Paytas now. Because how can he be so mad at Olivia for sticking by Ethan when Adam himself has forgiven Trisha Paytas for atrocious things that he himself has called her out for, like harming her partners and exploiting her children? Suddenly those things don't matter to him now, or what? If Olivia is guilty for associating with Ethan still, then what is Adam for associating with Trisha?
Okay? Like, I gave so much grace to Olivia and have and still get so much backlash for it. And I hit a breaking point when this troll stuff came out, and I'm getting so much backlash for Ethan's post.
I'm lost. Why would Adam be getting backlash for Ethan's posts? Unless he's saying he got backlash for defending Olivia for not speaking out on it. In which case it's fine for him to call her out, but he should have been calling her out all along and not have been biased just because he was cool with her. A lot of drama channels will do this thing where they won't call out people they're associated with or like. It's why there's so few honest ones out there. And even when they are honest, they just flip-flop back again. You'd never catch us calling out any influencer and then talking to them and then never calling them out again. That ain't us. Nobody can buy us with clout.
Because people are like, how dare you stand by Olivia in this? And I'm like... And so I did all those posts a couple days ago. And the reason I didn't talk about Olivia on the stream that we did the following day was because I was like, you know what? I've done my posts. People know where I stand now.
So Adam is essentially saying that he finally cut ties with Olivia because he was receiving backlash for supporting her while she supported Ethan. And Adam says the ped comments from Ethan were too far, and he doesn't get how Olivia can stand behind that. That's fair. But Olivia also stands behind some very questionable people and behaviors, so it's not surprising. And Olivia and Adam both stand Trisha Paytas, who against has harmed multiple partners and is exploiting her own children, which Adam once cared about, but now doesn't. And Olivia has never cared about in spite of the fact that she acts like she's against all harm from influencers. She meant all harm unless it was coming from her faves.
That's it, and I'll leave it there, okay? But now I'm seeing that the entire H3 mob are still today harassing me for my connection to Olivia, even after I did those posts.
So Adam is trying to actively cut all ties with Olivia here to stop receiving backlash for being associated with her, when she's associating herself with Ethan essentially. This is actually kind of a big deal in his sphere, because when Ethan and Adam were feuding about their own beef, Adam gave Olivia the benefit of the doubt and excused her for not sticking up for him when Ethan was going in on him, even though you could tell he was obviously frustrated by it, which he let slip a couple of times. Still, he overlooked it and kept the connection with her.
And so here's my tweets about Olivia, okay? Very sad to see Olivia waste her talents on this sinking ship, by the way. True.
Kind of confused about something here, because he later accuses her of using his story for clout. So, why would he be sad about her wasting her talents if he truly thinks she used his story for recognition?
However, she's made her bed and her decision is with Ethan. Unfortunately, that's one she'll regret. I tweet, when Olivia tries to pander to the girlies again, I'm sure we will all remember how much she stood by Ethan. As someone who once defended her beyond, it's unfortunate to see who she is now.
Did she defend Ethan? Or has she just not said anything about his Reddit account being uncovered? Because if she just didn't say anything, then the only thing she's guilty of is what she's always been guilty of, which is the same thing Adam excused her for before. So why is it now that she's suddenly guilty and has to be held accountable?
Literally just because I've defended Olivia and we've been friends in the past. So, obviously, I have to clear it up. I'm not going to get backlash for these people. You're the ones who are in this company. You're the ones who are doing that. I'm not. I'm going to make my distinction very clear.
So he's willing to disassociate with Olivia to prove he doesn't support Ethan in any capacity and won't even support someone who supports him, which would be noble if he didn't then sit and stand Trisha Paytas after all of the harmful things he has called her out for too. I don't understand how he can be mad at Olivia for staying associated with Ethan by keeping her job, when he himself stays associated with Trisha and he's not even paid to be.
So I tweeted, just want to be clear that me and Olivia are not friends. I'm sure she'd say the same to me right now. We haven't spoken in a long time. I wished her happy birthday recently, and that was it. Her ability to play the girly card while in this work environment that promotes harassment and misinformation and her boss being a creep has lost all of my respect.
The thing is that I agree with Adam here that Ethan's Reddit was disgusting. That should be called out and condemned. But I don't believe he truly cares about that. Because if he truly cared about issues like that, he wouldn't stan a woman like Trisha, who has said inappropriate things toward minors and who he knows has outright been harmful. It's giving selective outrage.
The same way I assume at this stage that she'd say I'm not her friend, like how she used me and my story for clout and attention on her show. We don't talk anymore, and please don't connect us in any way.
Here he outright accuses Olivia of using his story with Colleen for clout and attention, suggesting that Olivia doesn't really care about the things that she preaches about caring about. But then neither does Adam. Adam has straight up condemned people like Trisha for harmful behavior, only to turn around and stan her a second later and pretend he never called her out for any of it the second he gets some attention from her. So if Olivia's a fake activist, then so is he. Now I do think Adam is right to a degree, but I also believe he's a hypocrite because he allowed and defended this same behavior and exhibits it himself. But I don't truly believe that either he or Olivia actually care about the things they preach that they care about, because they both continue to stan harmful people like Trisha. You can't call out people for things that you overlook for your faves and expect people to think you truly care about these topics. Just saying. It's interesting that he's calling her out, though, and it'll be even more interesting to see if she responds. But my guess is that she won't. However, Ethan might if Adam keeps going at it.